Next is our roving reporter segment with Huldah Thompson. Huldah will be interviewing Rabbi Rita Leonard, and Rabbi Leonard will be talking about her spirituality and also her music and her writings. Let's watch this interesting interview.
Welcome to our show, Rabbi.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity to finally meet you and to be able to talk with you. You are a multifaceted, extraordinary woman. You are not just a rabbi, but you are an artiste, you are a musician, and you are an historian. And we are going to be talking about all of that today. And just to spotlight you and all your work and all your wonderfulness on our show today. So thank you so much for gracing us all the way from Hawaii.
My pleasure.
And being here in our area this time of the year that you're able to come and to be here with us. So thank you again.
You're welcome.
Okay. Now, I got to start by asking you the first thing. How did you become a rabbi? Because being a female rabbi is not something that you experience or meet every day.
Well, I never really intended to be a rabbi.
Mm-hmm.
I am a musician, composer, and teacher, but I feel that I always was a rabbi.
Mm-hmm.
It's my life has been a magical journey, and so that is part of me that never goes away.
Now, you're part of a congregation. What congregation is that?
I'm the rabbi of historic Beth Joseph Synagogue
Mm-hmm.
in the Adirondacks.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah,
wonderful.
it's a wonderful.
So you travel back and forth, or is it a seasonal thing?
It's a seasonal thing. It's shut down in the winter. It's we have severe weather up there, sometimes 52 below.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Wow, wow. So Hawaii is a great break.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now talk to me about, just let's go in a little bit about the holiday of Hanukkah.
Okay.
Being a rabbi, and wonderful to have you again on the show. It's great to have somebody explain that, because we have a lot, we live in a community that's multifaceted.
Yes.
You're going to walk through a neighborhood and you're going to see a Jewish candle, and you're going to see Christmas trees, and you may see something else that's representative of another culture's holiday. So talk to us about this holiday.
Well, most people know the story of Hanukkah, but from the work that I do, which is spiritual work, it is about Jewish light and about the light within each human being that is perfect. And it is a rededication. It's a time to rededicate and remember our purity, that we cannot be harmed because we are immortal light.
Wow, wow, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. And I'm so grateful to have you to say that, because some people we don't understand the whole concept of it. And we see the lights and you don't understand that there is so much significance to this. It's not just putting up lights and just having songs and eating and all of that. There's more of a spirituality to this holiday.
That's true, and children really capture. Children really capture that right away when they look at those candles lit. But that isn't. We jump through hoops to teach them things in a rote manner, when really they have it all within themselves. They see the candles lit, and the Hanukkah song that we just put out has that in it. That's what I meant to transmit for children and anyone who cares to listen. The world has a lot of burdens upon human beings. In a rededication time of year for all people, for miracles, to remember how we are safe within the light that we are, and that's Hanukkah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now you have, we're going to jump right into the fact that you are a musician also, and I love that you have a CD here. Talk to me about this one here.
Okay.
What is this?
This is Throne of Sapphire, and this is a completely mystical work to bring people to a place of understanding our roots, our deep roots in mysticism. But it was very interesting. I went into the studio to re-record something that a piece I'd done earlier, a Wieglieder von Gan Eden, Cradle Songs from Paradise. Yiddish was my first language, so I wanted to save that for my children and all children.
Excellent.
But every day I went in, and at night I had a dream and a new song, and so these are those songs.
Wow.
And it all happened after 9/11.
Okay.
Which also was the pull to bring me east. The Stevenson pull and the crisis. I always ask, where is my light supposed to be on this earth to support the channeling of God for people.
Now talk to me, you just mentioned or hinted at Robert Louis Stevenson.
Yes.
But before we get there, I want you to go back to talk a little bit more about the process. Being an artist, we all go through different processes to getting to where we want to go. And I love, before off camera, you were talking about how you get into the process, because some people, they sit and they just write. And tell me a little bit about your process of how you create the art of music.
Some artists will tell you similar things, that it just comes to them. Some come through out of dreams. It's like I have music in my head all the time, and it's turned down when I'm talking with you. And all I have to do is turn it up.
Wonderful.
I never say, I want to write a song today, and this is, it's like you can't help yourself. And there's never enough time or quiet or to get it done. The paper's not there. This isn't, you know, it's just, there's just so much of it. The visual, like when I put together pieces for stage dance or musicals, it's all together. And that's the frustrating part about being human and not having staff. You know, you have to get it down. You want to preserve it because you feel like it's not yours. You didn't write it. It comes from another place, and it's needed here now.
Now, do you do any kind of meditation or stuff like that to allow the channeling to come clearly?
Never. It just, it happens to me.
Wow.
The meditation I do is really about healing work for others and for myself. And I've developed some new meditations that I hope, and the next trip back to Hawaii, which is very soon, I'll get to write all the new pieces that are in my head, and also these meditations, a book of meditations for people. They seem to work when I need them, and they also are inspirational. It's like channeling.
Excellent. Now, you have a wonderful connection with one of the top 20th century or more authors, writers of our time, Robert Louis Stevenson. Now, being in college, of course, when you hear Robert Louis Stevenson, my thing always go to Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, because that's one of the books, being a literature major, that's one of the books that I read in college. And when you say that, that's one of the books that, you know, it's a book, it's been movie, all of this stuff that you have. Now, talk to me about your unique connection with this author.
It's also an embracement of spirit. Everything I do, and it seems like every step of my life has a connection. Truly, A Child's Garden of Verses initially came to me in a strange way. I was living in Hawaii, I had a little son who I wanted to expose to literature, and Ben came with me in and to his bookstore, and I reached my hand in the bargain book rack because we didn't have much financial resources, and it was A Child's Garden of Verses. I started to read it, and the tunes came into my head right away. And I was fortunate because my chosen career prior to being a rabbi, it was I went to New England Conservatory of Music, and so it was easy for me to write it down.
Yes.
So I wrote one after the other and just went in and recorded what I had done. But for me, it's about you know, I never knew that Stevenson lived in Hawaii.
Wow.
I never knew that when I went to this one house to pick up one of my children from a friend, that was actually Princess Kaiulani's bathhouse. and just tremendous connections. And in fact, the house that I live in now in Saranac Lake has a strong Stevenson connection. So with this piece, I told his story with like a child's book in the beginning of it. This is a Child's Garden of Verses.
Okay.
So there's very rare photographs in here, and the little Princess Kaiulani, who is, that tune is also on the Stevenson in Hawaii.
So this is a CD also?
This is Stevenson in Hawaii, and I put this together. It has a booklet also of rare photographs and all the words to these. There are just a few pieces in here. It's more about history, but also a map. If you were in Waikiki, where Stevenson lived, and
wonderful, wonderful. So this is a great adventure if you get this CD. And what is the name of the CD, by the way?
This one is Robert Louis Stevenson in Hawaii: History, Rare Photographs, and Verse.
So this
and
takes
it's
you
built
on a
like
wonderful
a
journey. And it's a great gift that someone can get.
This is a great holiday
for a young college-age students, or even younger, who, when they're in a family's going to Hawaii, they can explore this wonderful author in his life.
I had that in mind, and also the first cut, The Silver Ship, I was just researching the Island Rose poem that he wrote in Little Princess Kaiulani's little book, and I found in the files this great poem, The Silver Ship, and a tune came into my head immediately, and I actually wrote that tune right outside in Iolani Palace Gardens. It wrote me, you know, just wrote me. So that's that. You know?
Excellent, excellent. So you have a variety of work. I mean, you are a rabbi, you are an historian, you are a musician, and also you write. Do you write plays and things like that?
Yes, I have.
Do you have anything in the works right now?
I'm working on something new, but I'm also editing the Tagancha Society, the first piece I wrote. I also have Women of Valor, which is Jewish women that I met actually in Hawaii, elderly women who told me their stories, and they were so amazing that I felt they needed to be told. Also, I created a little dinner theater at the Aloha Jewish Chapel on base in Pearl Harbor, and these women came and saw their stories enacted. It was really wonderful. But the mystery of some of these things is really the liturgical pieces that I never get to talk about. Which
now, when you say liturgical, what does that mean?
It may be a prayer like Modeh Ani Lefanecha, the first prayer you teach a child in Hebrew school, but the tune comes to me, and then I use that with my congregation. And I'm an independent itinerant rabbi, so wherever I go, the tune goes with me, and no one really realizes that I've written the tune. And and that's my test too. That's how I know it's working. It's the right tune, because it's me connecting with Abulafia and Sajigayon and all in the context of truth and the oneness of humanity. That is where it comes from. Now
you are as a spiritual leader in this season that we are in, where people are caught up in the shopping and the buying, and then I mean there is that aspect, and then you have the family time when you're sitting together in the home and everybody's together. What message would you want to put out there to families in this season of giving, in this season to? For me, I mean, I'm not big on the shopping. I'm one of those people that wait until the last day to go shop, if I ever shop. And so, because I'm more about the people, I'm more about knowing and getting to know and finding out what's the story. And so what is the message that you as a rabbi, as an artist, would want to share with our audience, want to share with our viewers?
It's the way I homeschooled my children in Hawaii. You don't have to do everything. You don't have to join every group. You don't have to, it's not about making sure a list is checked off of all the gifts you have to give. It's about the connection. And you can do one thing, one activity or two, but with purpose, with intention,
Yes.
which is kavanah. You know, we do everything with awareness. That's where all our blessings come from. When we say Baruch atah Adonai, that is a formula. The formula is saying, I am aware. I am in awareness of whatever the last part is. Some are mitzvot, some are in general activities. So to be, when you're with a child and it's Christmas or Hanukkah or any holiday, any time of the year, and you're connecting with them and you're listening to them and you're making Neverland for them, that is enough. And people that are older are the same. That's really what they want on the holidays. They want to be they want to be known, they want to be embraced, they want to be recognized, and they want to feel safe in your presence. So that's
the idea is to be present.
Be present, don't give presents. Or give presents and be present. We don't want to leave the presents out.
Yes, be present, be present. That is so true, because I love some of the pictures that sometimes you see where after you've given the kid everything, what they're playing with, the box.
Right.
You know, or the gift wrapping, you know, and you say, well, I bought all of this, but they're more focused on the wrappings and things like that. And you see what is important to them, because for the most part, when we are in these seasons, we're so caught up in the shopping and, oh my God, I have to get it for this person, got to get that for that person, that we forget that the gift, I love to cook. And so the idea of making something that I want to bless you with, that you can eat it and be full and just be satisfied.
And you make it with intention.
You make it exactly with intention. And the intention is for you to enjoy a wonderful meal with me. And I think that's where the joy comes in.
And people feel that. That they feel that more than there are many people that just give gifts and they don't know how to give love.
True. Say the L word again.
Love. Ahava.
That is beautiful, and I think that's a great message for this season for our viewers to take with them, that it's not about the gift themselves and buying and spending a whole lot of money, but it's to give that love and to be present, you know, and be the present.
My little son said, when he was little, now he's said to me once, because we lived that at home. And it was his birthday, and I gave him a present, and he said, Mama, you mean we get presents too?
Wow.
Like, that's just the whipped cream on top of the sundae. The whole thing was we spent a day together, and we just did all these wonderful things, created beauty. And that's the next phase of my life is about that, creating gardens, creating beauty, spiritual spaces, and nurturing people.
Excellent. Now, before we leave, I want to know, because we have talked about your CDs, 2 of them, The Throne of Sapphire, which I would love to have for myself, and thank you. And then you have another CD that's an adventure CD where people can get and take an adventure to learn the life of this wonderful man.
Yes, and the Hawaiian culture, which is so beautiful.
Now, we forget to mention that you are part of the society.
Oh, the Robert Louis Stevenson. Yes, I just received. Yes, yeah. That was shocking to me. That it's wonderful.
So what exactly
it's a
did
museum
you receive?
Up there. The emeritus status.
Excellent.
Which I felt that I had to devote myself now to the new things that are coming through my head and my heart, and so I'm there to be a spiritual presence for them.
Excellent.
And that is wonderful. It's a great museum with some of the most extraordinary
and where is the museum located?
It's right in Saranac Lake.
Whoa.
44 Stevenson Lane, Saranac Lake.
So is it open year round?
It's not. It's just like the synagogue. It's closed because of the winter season, but you can always call the curator, Mike Delahunt, third generation curator, and his wife Carla, and they will open the museum if you're up there for special.
So this is a great place that you can grab the CD.
Yeah, you could get it
and then head over to the museum and spend a wonderful day with the family exploring the life of a great author. And I mean, I love this capital region and beyond, that there are so many fine artists and authors and wonderful people who are making life so much brighter and beautiful for us up here.
Like you.
And thank you. So if we want to get some of this, where can we find information, or do you have a web page or website?
I do. I have a web page. I have two. One, wow, HawaiiRabbi.com. That's the easiest one.
And you do weddings.
I do weddings. I do events where people want something that's tailored to their light, their uniqueness.
Wonderful.
And I've done weddings at City of Refuge and incredible place, 2 on a beach or 300. You know,
excellent, excellent.
And I love doing that, but I don't do many of those.
Okay, okay. And so you have that website. What are the other two web pages you have?
At the Robert Louis Stevenson Tea Room, which we open that seasonally as well. Everything opens together in the spring, and there you can get the CDs. You can get those there, and the other one is just RitaLeonard.com.
Excellent, excellent.
So hopefully people will find it.
So there
also
is
iTunes and all those other
yes,
places.
because
You
your
can
Christmas
find a
CD that has the Hanukkah song on there.
Yeah, that's actually one cut. That's coming out, the whole compilation of Jewish children's music. That will be out soon, and it's of an historic nature. And then I have a new Stevenson one coming out, which is his coming of age poetry, and I'm very excited about that because there's so much great philosophy in there. And then the sequel to Throne of Sapphires, which is all the new Jewish
truly
stuff.
A busy woman.
It's coming.
But you know, I always say the work of an artist is never done. We are constantly changing, growing, and new things are always popping up wherever. So I commend you, and I'm so grateful for your presence.
Thank you.
Being present here today in this holiday season as part of our Impact Holiday Show. I feel highly blessed to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you for your light. You made this very easy for me.
Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, I thank you for being a part of the Roving Reporter segment here on Impact. Rabbi Leonard has been a blessing, and I hope that you can take something from what she has said. Go out, pick up our CDs, check out who she is online, and I hope you have a safe and wonderful Christmas season. See you in the new year. I'm Huldah Thompson, your Roving Reporter. Thank you for watching.
Proctors, bringing the best in arts, education, and entertainment.